So I was saying, if the cars in Japan are over 10 years old, they start losing value because they start giving maintenance. They don't want a lot of maintenance on their cars because it's very expensive to keep fixing cars in Japan. It's mendokusai, complicated. They don't want to do it, so they just rather buy a new car. I don't blame them. If I had the money, I always buy a new car too. But that's how they deal in Japan most of the time with the older cars. They don't keep as many older cars like many other countries. Most developed countries, they do that. 10 cars over 10 years old becomes like garbage. And here it really does become garbage. If it's over 10 years old and over 100,000 kilometers, and because Japan is small, most people don't drive much more than 20,000 kilometers, 30,000 kilometers every year, which be like 12,000 miles, 16,000 miles per year. Most people don't do it, especially because the gas prices and the public transportation is so good in Japan. You don't have to worry about it, like public transportation is so good. You can take the bullet train almost anywhere. Not almost anywhere, but most places you can take the bullet train. You can just take the subway. Fast and good, affordable. So it's not a cars country like many other countries. There's something different in Japan. It's called the paper drivers. Paper driver, it's a person who has a license but doesn't drive, doesn't have much experience driving. And there's a lot of people like that in Japan. And I mean a lot of people like that. Because the way I told you, like if you live in a big city, you don't need a car in Japan. If you live in Kobe, Osaka, Nagoya, Tokyo, Yokohama, even Okayama, depending there. So as long as you live in a big metropolis, you don't need a car. You can just go around in a scooter or take the subway. It's good. It's easy. It's affordable. It's faster. For example, I live in Osaka and I live about maybe 6 miles. No, I would say 6 miles. About 10 kilometers from downtown. If I take the train, it takes me 12 minutes to go this 6 miles, 10 kilometers. Now, if I go by car, it takes me 35-40 minutes. So, if I'm in a hurry, much better take the train. I go by car, but then when you get there, just to park the car, you spend like $20, If you're going by yourself, it's not even worth it. You better go in 3-4 people, at least 2 people to go someplace. To go downtown, if you go alone, you're wasting money and time if you go by car. So if you want to do something fast, if you just need a car for transportation, you rather leave the car in the train station, take the train, and pay maybe $3-4 for the parking there or something. It's much cheaper because parking in Japan is kind of expensive. Actually, very expensive. If you live in a city like Osaka, the average price for parking is something between $100 and $150 a month, up to $200 depending on the area. But if you live in Tokyo, you can expect to pay $300 or more for parking a month for your car, And to have a car, you gotta have a parking. You can live on as you can see, there's nobody stopping on the street. There's a law in Japan back from 1958, if I'm not mistaken, then nobody can can park your car on the streets. Basically, every street is prohibited parking. There are some some little areas you can park on the street, like some industrial areas, but the cops won't bother you. But it's very like industrial areas. No, if there's houses you can't, but if there's only big factories there, sometimes you can. Not everywhere, of course. Some areas you could. Wow, that's a Maserati SUV right there. Really nice. I hope he passes just to show you guys. Oh, that's a Cayenne. Many Porsches. In Japan, you also have something called a shaken. Shaken is a 2-year inspection you have to do in your car every 2 years. If the car is new, it's the first 3 years you do it. After only 3 years, but after the car is used, every couple of years you have to do it. And if you don't, it's a $8,000 fine and you go to jail. Because in Japan the insurance is different. Like the only insurance you have to have is this shaken. That's, you know, the must. You gotta have shaken in your car because it includes insurance on it. But insurance only covers, like, if you hit somebody, it covers the hospital. That's how it is. And inspection of your car. And it's expensive. Like if you have a KG Dosha yellow plate car, around $500 every 2 years. And if you have a regular white plate car, probably $800, $1,000 every 2 years. That's including that insurance. But that insurance is almost useless because it's only if you hit somebody and you have to pay the hospital, you know. That's what it is. Now it doesn't cover the car damage or your car or the other people's vehicle or anything. So that doesn't come really cheap, you know. The price of the car depends to how much shaken you have left on it. If you have no shaken, car gets cheaper because then you normally have to fix something, change a tire or something, do some maintenance, because the shaken inspection is really strict. So it's not something really affordable. That changes the prices of vehicles in Japan a little. And gasoline quality, of course, is really good. And the variety cars is very nice quality. And the cars here, the prices varies a lot. A new Toyota Prius, something around $30,000. I'm not sure how it's outside lately, but for about 20, the cheapest car you can buy brand new, it's a KG Dosha, probably around $12,000. You can buy a one. It's not so bad. Like it's complete, has air conditioning, everything electric, GPS, and you know, it's pretty cool. Now something medium, you know, like a Prius around 30,000. If you want those little vans that people really like a lot, 30, 40,000, 50 depending on the van you're getting. 7-8 passenger, you know. Like the one with the flashing lights over there. Something around brand new, like $30,000 or something. Hybrid, of course. It's a Voxy 7 passenger. Stopped where it's not supposed to be stopped. You know, of course. But cops don't bother you as long as you stay in the car and you do that, so you can do it. You cannot never leave the car alone, you know. And parking varies a lot. Normally parking is about, some places $2 per hour, $1 an hour sometimes, $5 for 24 hours depending on the area. Normally parking, for example, you're right here on the front of a parking. I'm not gonna take the phone because it's a little weird. But it's $1 for 20 minutes and $9 for 24 hours. Right across the street from wherever you are, you know. And that's average. $7, $8 for 24 hours. Of course, if you're not downtown Osaka, for example. Downtown Osaka, you're gonna pay about $5 an hour and $600 an hour, $6 an hour, and something around $25 for 24 hours. The nice things like this, for example, let's say it's $2 an hour and $6 per 24 hours. So if you leave the car over 5 hours, 4 hours, already paying only the $6 for it, you know. If you leave little, you pay more, but if you leave 4 or 5 hours, it becomes more affordable, you know. As you can see, there's not so many trailers. Like that one's a tractor trailer passing by, container. But most trucks, like talking about trucks, most trucks are small. They never conventional with the big front, the engine front, like the American ones. They are cab overs in Japan. I never seen. I know they are, but I only seen by pictures. So most trucks are cab overs. All trucks are cab overs. The space to zip is very limited. Maybe like 2 feet behind the seats. It's a little bad. So if you're doing a team driver, it's a little nightmare because there's no much room, you know. You can even stand up on the truck, basically. When you see a ramp like that, please never think about GTA. No GTA, no GTA, no GTA. If you love games, you know what I'm talking about. So that's what it is. You know, the trucks are all sizes. Most of the trucks are like this truck I'm driving right now. It's called Ogata. It carries about 20 tons of load, 40,000, 50,000 pounds, something like that. It's about 2/3 of a tractor trailer. Truck is about 12, 13 meters long, maybe 35, 38 foot long, because the roads are narrow, so you don't see as many. There are tractor trailers, of course, but unlike many countries, in Japan you cannot drive any street, you know. Many streets you can even go with a truck, because the streets are narrow, so you have to keep to the avenues, you know, to the main streets, highways, of course. It's a little bit of a challenge, you know, to drive in Japan, especially a truck. And a tractor trailer, even worse, because so many tight spots, so many narrow roads. And the biggest danger in Japan, I already say that in another video, is the bicycles. As you can see, right now you can see many, but there's a lot of bicycles in Japan. I would say one too many. Because it's good, you know, it's a good exercise. Keeps people healthy. But there are a lot of bicycles. And a lot of motorcycles too, scooters and stuff. See, that truck there is the Ogata one, right here, this one. It's very similar to the one I'm driving right now. Very similar. 20-ton truck, they say. Or just Ogata. There's a dump truck there. Dump trucks are not triaxles, there's only tandem trucks. I've never seen a triaxle in Japan yet. And there's a lot of small trucks, even K trucks. This Keiji Dosha, they make little trucks too. They can only carry like a half ton. I mean, about 1 ton of, no, not even 1 ton. I think 400 kilos or something. So they have small trucks, really small trucks, mini trucks, medium trucks, and a few big trucks. Not that many big ones, you know, like. And the brands, normally, this one I'm driving right now is a Hino. Hino is Toyota. It's another brand for Toyota. So as far as I know, Hino is #1, and then you have UD and Nissan truck, also very popular. And Isuzu, of course, very popular. I would say most trucks are Hinos and Isuzus. Also Mitsubishi has some nice ones. And I never see an American brand like Freightliner or International, Peterbilt, Kenworth, Mack. Never seen any of those in Japan, ever. I seen actually one guy post a picture on Facebook of a Freightliner, he's seen it. And it was a small one, it's not even, like only one axle on the back, it's not even that nice. A very little one, you know. The funny thing about this, the dump truck right there, people don't cover their loads most of the time, which I think is kind of dangerous, they should. Their tarps are different, as you can see on these videos here, on these guys here. Yeah, dump trucks are, there are many dump trucks in this area, but the people just don't cover their loads, which is so weird, you know. You should cover your loads all the time. If you do that in America, you get a fine, you know. Big tickets, as you can see there. They don't have the automatic system just to throw the cover. As you can see, I will pass by slowly by the older one over there. And you see the load is like not covered. That side goes on the sideways when you dump. I don't know why. See, people don't cover their loads, man. They really should, you know. It's kind of funny. I think it's funny the way they do it. See, so many dump trucks on this area because there's a on the end of the street there's a place to get load with sand and stone and things like that. So, and now it's about lunchtime. So people having their lunch around here. See this, so many small trucks too. So that's it is, guys. Very basic today, but I hope you guys enjoy my video. If you guys have any questions, you can always leave me a comment. You know, can you please, if you have a chance, please follow me, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The links are will be in the description of this video. And once again, thanks for being with me today, and thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.